Hello? All right. What's up, Greg Legs? Welcome in. Let me tweet out the stream. Stream has been tweeted. All right, let's do this. What's up, Matthijs Caprau? I probably pronounced that name wrong, but welcome in. Aaron, thank you for the shiny luck. Just make sure everything is good. All right, so last night I did some of this off stream, and I ended up getting an alpha unknown outbreak. They gave me 3 unknowns I needed. What's up, No Way? Welcome in. So right now I've been doing runs for Cherim because I need to get Cherim, and then if there's like a mass outbreak in the Mirelands, I'll go there. Just the one, just two trees. Nice. Because ultimately, I think Cherim's going to be easier to get than specifically B, D, G, and N unknowns. So I figure might as well get Cherim out of the way. I did. I pronounced it wrong. Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes. Is this a good game? It's one of the better Switch Pokemon games. That being said, if I'm being completely honest, the only like bad Switch Pokemon game I would say is Scarlet and Violet. So it's not like saying that much when I say it's one of the like good Switch Pokemon games. I really like Sword and Shield. I really like this game, and honestly, BDSP has its uses, especially if you don't have the originals. Currently hunting Dino and Scarlet. Good luck. Also, I'm pretty sure since my shiny Burmy, I'm pretty sure I have seen between Burmy and Wormadam like 400 plus out of trees. So like, shiny could happen for Burmy again. Should be crazy, especially if we get a female. I think I would just prefer to get Wormadam though, because if I get a female Burmy, I don't know if I'd want to evolve it. Because I've seen so many people get shiny Wormadam like as a Wormadam, and it's like if I evolve it and then get a shiny Wormadam that's like either the same cloak or just, you know, like I don't know, it'd be bittersweet. Just got a shiny Gossifleur like 15 minutes ago. Nice. Did you use the Brilliant method, or did you just do straight encounters? Or did you breed for it? What's up, Timeless Dialga? Welcome in. What about Let's Go? Let's Go is, it depends. Like, Let's Go, I don't know why I'm talking to you. Let's Go is a good game. A good flawed game, I should say. It's definitely probably the second worst. It depends on who you ask. People probably have like Let's Go and BDSP interchangeable with each other. For me personally, I think Let's Go is a worse Pokemon experience than BDSP, but it's not a bad game. Like, it's still, you still get enjoyment out of it. It's pretty limited. That's kind of like the main issue. It's only the first 151 Pokemon and Meltan and Melmetal, which you have to use Go to get. The shiny hunting is interesting. It's a unique way to shiny hunt. It's kind of easy. But again, it's only for the first, like, original 151 Pokemon. How did I not see this tree shaking? It took me so long to notice that. Brilliant encounters, the grass is too bright in the day, so it's hard to see them. Yeah, it's definitely easier to do brilliant encounters at night. Well, like, even in my video with Gossifleur, I almost missed the one that was shiny. I, like, didn't notice it was brilliant until I was, like, almost away from it. But after doing the brilliant method a few times, I don't know if this is what you want to hear, but it's definitely not worth doing the brilliant method, especially if you have shiny charm. You will hit odds faster just doing regular encounters with the 1 in 1365 than you will to not only get the 500 KOs, but hit like 455 with just encountering the brilliance. What's up, Thor? Welcome in. Thank you for the shiny luck. Was there really none over here? That's crazy. That's like the first time I've never had any of those trees shaking out of like that whole area. I don't know why I keep wanting to go to Mai. She's not gonna let me go back to the village. What's up, Let's Game? Welcome in. Hoping to get Alpha Cherim soon, cause like, oh, I got shiny Nosepass yesterday. Where's Cherim at? Oh, did I miss it? Yeah, here it is. 66 leapt out of trees. I believe the odds are around 1 in 100. I did get an Alpha Cherubi out of a tree, and I've only seen 43, so that we got lucky with Cherubi. But Cherim, we're getting close to odds. So whenever there's like an outbreak over here, especially if it's a shiny we need, we'll just go do an unknown run. Assuming the legendaries in Zeta A are all locked, there'll be 3 games in a row with 0 shiny legendary hunting, which is very sad. Yeah, I think that's just going to be the norm moving forward. I think all of the legendaries will be locked in the... if we get, like, another remake game from Ilka, that would be, like, the exception. But people, like, take BDSP and they're like, well, they don't shiny lock the legendaries in every game. And it's like, well, BDSP was kind of an outlier. For, like, very obvious reasons. Oh, good. These are only level 27. But yeah, I kind of guarantee that all the legendaries will be locked in Legend ZA. I think no matter what, unless they go back to how Let's Go did legendaries, I think every overworld shiny game is gonna have locked legendaries, like all of them locked. I just don't see how they can like make them huntable realistically outside of a very specific instance, which is like the Treasures of Ruin, and have it make sense. Because it's very clear they want them to like make sense, and even though I think it's a ridiculous reason, that is still one of their reasons. So outside of like the Treasures of Ruin, I just don't see how they would like make them make sense and be huntable in the overworld scenario, outside of how they did it in Let's Go, where it's like a separate encounter. It's like essentially not an overworld encounter in Let's Go. It's like a regular encounter, which I don't know if they would go back to that. Where I get the Darkrai from? It's from Platinum. I have a video for it on my YouTube channel. I got a shiny Darkrai in Platinum version. I sent it all the way up. And I've been using it in Legends for a while because it's been fun. I also, same with the shiny Shaman that's on my team. That was also from Platinum. Legends ZA no doubt will lock legendaries. Yeah, I guarantee. I guarantee they'll all be locked in ZA. What? Do you shiny hunt in Pokemon Sword or Shield? Yeah, I actually just... My most recent video on YouTube is 3 shiny hunts in Sword and Shield. The Fire Gym ones. I'd recommend checking that out. Yeah, I've done a decent amount of shiny hunting in Sword and Shield. I did the Impotent from the mushrooms. I did the Fire Gym Pokemon. Alright, well, only 3 spawns, so we don't need to keep attacking those. I did some of the method hunting in Sword and Shield as well, like the Brilliant Method. I did a few Brilliant Method ones. Did regular just shiny charm hunts. Did the whole Authentic Sinisty thing. I've done a lot of Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is my my favorite, one of my favorite games to shiny hunt in. There's just so much variety of how you can shiny hunt in that game. Oh, you saw it, but you forgot. That's funny. That's all good. Just finished your mark charm videos. The are you talking about the every mark on shinies? I'm still working on that. I just haven't gotten back into it because I've been doing this and just other shiny hunts, other projects. But once I get shiny Mew, we're gonna be going back to the mark hunting to finish up that series. Because there's only like what, 4 marks we need at this point. Obviously, from the end of part 2, there's more than 4. But as it stands, like right now, I think there's only 4. It's the 2 weather marks I need, the last personality mark, and the curry mark. What is this yap? Hurry up. Yeah, true. I'm guessing you saw my tweet. Yeah, dude, I get comments like that on some of my videos, and it's so funny because it's not even like an insult. It's just them calling themselves out that they don't have an attention span because of TikTok. Someone commented on my my Fire Gym video saying, like, what's with all this yapping? Like, hurry up or whatever. And then I responded to them saying, I'll be sure to add Subway Surfers at the bottom of the screen to keep you engaged next time. Like, it's not even an insult to me. It's like an insult to them when they say that. Our society has been just brain rotted from, like, TikTok short form content crap. How long did it take you to get 1 shiny in Pokemon Sword? It depends on how unlucky or lucky I am. The Litwick took a very long time. The Vulpix and Sizzlipede did not take long at all. The Sizzlipede was like an hour or 2, I think. Like, the Sizzlipede was like in like 2 hunting sessions, maybe. The Litwick took a very long time, though, but like no one's going that far for those shinies. I just got absurdly unlucky. Most people could do more shiny hunts than I do in 1 in 4096 and never even come close to 20k for a hunt. Before that, I had never gone even close to 20k for a hunt. In a 1 in 4096. What's up, Jaden? Welcome in. You're all right, and you? I'm doing all right. We're getting really close to like finishing this. See, that's not the ruins. The ruins need to be like there, so I don't even have a reason to go over there. You hit 9k today for Poipole / Type Null. Are you hunting them like simultaneously, like? One game has Poipole, one game has Type Null. Is that like combined, or are they both at 9k separately? Either way, that's still pretty crazy. Like I kid you not, like before Litwick, which Litwick was 20k. Before Litwick, my longest ever hunt in a 1 in 4096 was like 10k. Like, and that only happened one time. Like I've done a lot of 1 in 4096 hunts that have not even come close to that. Like. Get combined in double hunting. Interesting. These trees can't give me a Cherubi, but I still check them in case we get a shiny. Also, when I go down the waterfall, the trees on the left, I'm pretty sure can't give Cherubi or Cherim. I think it's always Burmy and Wormadam. But again, it's like if I see a shaking tree doing this route, I'm gonna hit it. I did actually get an Alpha Burmy while doing this, and it was kind of annoying. I'm over here going for Cherubi and Cherim, and then it was like the one Burmy I hit like on for like that day. It was an Alpha. I'm like, sweet. So like this one, I'm pretty sure is always like Burmy or Wormadam. Same with that one over there. I'm not sure about that one. I know this one's like always Burmy. You haven't touched Pogo in a while. You just want shiny Meltan event back. It's so lame that they shiny lock those things. The worst offender though is Smeargle. Smeargle is only released shiny one event out of the whole year, where it's like a really high shiny rate, but you only get like 20 encounters for it total. And then it's shiny locked the rest of the year, when even if it was like a full odds like 1 in 512 and go, I've never gotten a shiny Smeargle on my main account. I've only used alts because it's like when they do like that limited time, you only get so many encounters crap. There's no reason to not run an alt account because you're essentially like, it's kind of like a predetermined thing, like your account's fixed to get it or not. And my account for the past like 4 years has been fixed to just not get it. But like if it was not shiny locked throughout the rest of the year, I would have at least one shiny Smeargle on my main account. I've seen way over 512. I get a Smeargle almost every day, and it's just annoying that they're shiny locked. It makes no sense. And then Meltan and Melmetal are also kind of annoying because it's like, you only get so many encounters, so you kind of like have to run multiple accounts if you want to just secure a shiny to send to home. Originally, it was fine. Originally, it was like a 1 in 20 shiny rate for Meltan. So it was like every like event, you were very likely, because before you could only get like 20 encounters in a box or so. Like you couldn't get that many encounters in a Meltan box, and it was only a half hour. But it was like a 1 in 20 shiny rate. So like odds are you would get a shiny in 1 to 2 boxes, which you could run like 3 to 4 boxes on one account in an event. But then they kept changing the incense, and they kept making the Meltan box change with it, and it eventually got to a point where now it's like the Meltan box gives you like 60 to like 70 encounters. It's 1 hour. And now I think the odds are like 1 in 128 for Meltan. Because I haven't gotten a shiny Melt. I'll do every box I can on my main. And I've gone like 3 events in a row without getting a shiny Meltan. Like if it was 1 in 64, I'd have horrendous luck. I just don't think that's the case. I think a lot of people get like the same experience as me. Alright, let me go check that Chimecho outbreak. Because yeah, it was like originally Meltan was like a 1 in 20, and it was like after like a couple like attempts you would easily get like a shiny or 2. Then they made it like, I think they made it 1 in 64 when they like originally adjusted the incense, where it was just an hour, so they made it like lower odds. And now it's like the thing is lower odds. The thing is not only is it an hour-long incense, but you get like way more encounters now. So they like adjusted the shiny rate even lower. Is this the last one? Really? That was really fast. Wow. So yeah, kind of annoying. The water looks so weird sometimes, yeah. Yeah, the water in this game is not great. That's one of like the main things people have with like the graphics of this game is the water is just a repeated texture. Looks very bad from far away. I do not want Carnivine. You got lucky, you got that dang Smeargle and Pogo. Like, I got it with the use of other accounts. Like, I have 5 different accounts for Pokemon Go. And when they do that, like, you only get so many encounters and there's nothing you can do to, like, change if you're gonna get a shiny or not. Like, there's no sense of grind. I hate those kind of events. They essentially encourage people to use multiple accounts because, like, you only get so many encounters, so there's nothing you can do to, like, give yourself more encounters, which I think is lame. But with the use of other accounts, I have a few shiny Smeargle and Go. But on my main account, it has never gotten one, and it's like, I've seen like thousands of Smeargle in Go on just my main. It's just annoying that they're locked year-round. They just made them full odds across the year. Heck, it's like weird that they, even if they made them full odds, that would still like be weird. They should be like a medium, like 1 in 128 odds, but just having them available year-round and just really rare would make sense, because then you're encouraged to like do your snapshots every day. And it wouldn't take me 4+ years to get the shiny on average. It would take me like 1.5. Just like some of the Pokemon they have in Pokemon Go are treated so poorly. There's so many things they do with like certain shinies and stuff with like Pokemon Go that just makes me want to play main series more and then not deal with Go, because Go is like so stupid a lot of the times. Like Jinx. I always talk about Jinx. Jinx is the only shiny from Generation 1 in Go that I don't have. And it got released over 4 years ago in the wild. And don't get me wrong, I just got unlucky with Smoochum. Like, Smoochum I just had bad luck with. But when they put Jinx in the wild, the only somewhat decent event they had Jinx spawn was Kanto Tour. And it was full odds for Kanto Tour. And I clicked, I think, like 130. Like I clicked a lot, but not enough to get a shiny. And then it's like, after that, it's like never featured wild. Like, it'll spawn on occasion for some of the seasons, but like never a lot. It has never been featured in an event outside of like an in-person Go Fest. And it's just treated so poorly that it's like, there's no way I would ever get this thing realistically with the way it's treated. But in main series, even if you take methods out of the equation and say it's only full odds, and you have to hunt it full odds, you could still hunt it in like a couple weeks if you wanted to. If you just really wanted to get a shiny Jinx, you could just find out where it appears and get it. Like, it's just so much better. Same with like Cherubi. Cherubi's like treated so poorly in Pokemon Go. Cherubi only spawns on Mossy lures. If you run a Mossy lure, you're lucky to see one Cherubi spawn from it, which is a paid item, by the way. And 30 minutes of Mossy lure, you might get one encounter with Cherubi, and it's full odds, 1 in 512. Other than that, they've had one event where Cherubi spawned wild. Actually, 2. They had Sinnoh Tour, but again, it's never been boosted rate, so it's just you'll never get it. Like, if you're lucky, you might have one. Yeah, Kecleon too. Kecleon's not like the way they release Kecleon is cool. It's just weird that it's a full odds shiny. But even with it being full odds, at least like I have a chance of getting it. And like if I go out and like look at stops and stuff, like I'll have a chance at getting it. Very low chance. It's like Smeargle, but treated a little better than Smeargle. Like Kecleon, I could actually get. Smeargle, I just can't get because they lock it, you know? Like, Smeargle's that instance where it's like, even a low chance is still better than nothing. Kecleon is just that low chance. Like, yeah, it's better than nothing. It's not great, though. It's weird that it's full odds, especially because there's some Pokemon that are, like, super common that are, like, always boosted odds. They just have no sense of, like, balance in Pokemon Go on, like, how to balance, like, rarity with shiny rates. At Smeargle event, you had 4 back-to-back shinies. You give you one. I mean, I have them from my alt accounts, so it's fine. But it's just annoying that it's like if I didn't run multiple accounts, I'd be going like 4+ years without a shiny Smeargle because they lock it outside of that event, which I think is ridiculous. All right, I believe I need male Luxio from this. How did Sinnoh go? It was okay. They should have boosted the rate of like most of the things. I know they don't always boost the rate of everything, but it was like a lot of the Sinnoh Pokemon in general are just treated badly. Like I already talked about Cherubi. Combee's usually treated pretty badly. Combee's been a little better lately because they've been doing more events where it's boosted rate, but it was like, it doesn't help when you need a Vespiquen because like the 1 in 8 chance, it's like that we just had Sinnoh where they actually made the female a lot more common than normal, which was great, but it was full odds. So like no one got shiny Combee to begin with. And then recently we had this bug out event where Combee was a boosted shiny rate, but it barely spawned. And then on top of that, the female was even more rare. So it's like, in this, the boosted shiny rate was like medium odds. It wasn't like the 1 in 64. So it's like, on average, you would have to see over 1,000 Combees to find a female shiny, which doesn't really make it any better than normal. Like at that point, Sinnoh was probably a better event for it. And then now we have an event where it's like boosted. I think it's boosted odds in research right now. But the research is kind of a chore to do where you have to hatch an egg. And it's like if you have like a 7 kilometer or a 10 kilometer or a 12 kilometer, it's like that's kind of annoying. And then you'll get like 1 encounter. So again, like there's never been like a great event for Cherubi. Or not Cherubi, Combee. So like that was one that like I really wanted and was like, hopefully it's boosted odds for Sinnoh. It wasn't, so naturally I didn't get anything. Same with Cherubi. Cherubi, I already explained why it's treated so poorly with like the whole mossy lure crap. And that was another full odds thing from Sinnoh. Like, yeah, that Sinnoh it spawned them the most, but I mean it was a few hours of it spawning and it was full odds, so it's like not great. But in terms of the stuff that was boosted, I did fine. I got like everything I needed pretty much. Do I have a Shundo? I think I have 10 Shundos now. Not from Sinnoh. Just in general. What's up, yo? Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing pretty well. How are you? How many? I think I might have 9. Speaking of which, I might need to interact with my buddy. I haven't gotten to that point. Yeah, I need to interact with my buddy. I'll do that, and then I'll show how many Shundos I have. Why does it take so long to play with Salamence? I don't know why. It's like it's showing that it's registering like the touch, but it like just takes forever for it to like give you the heart for it. It's really weird. Wait, did I check? I didn't check over here, did I? I should do that. Oh, my buddy's excited. Nice. All right, you're playing RuneScape. Nice. I've never played RuneScape, so I don't really know how that game works. I didn't check this, did I? I don't think so. I think I went straight to the Luxio after. Maybe. Oh, no, I did not check it. But I think this is going to be a Burmy. I think this side is always like Burmy. Well, Wormadam, like same thing. Like Burmy or Wormadam, I think it could be either. There's a Nidoqueen at my house. Remember when Nidoqueen had a day where it could be shiny in the wild? Same with Nidorina. And then we were all convinced that they were going to start putting evolution shiny in the wild. And then they were just like, oh, actually, no. We're never going to do that again. You're new to it too. Your brother finally got you to play it. You're bored of Scarlet and Violet. I just bought... I've been buying some like old games that I used to have as a kid. I just bought Pac-Man World 2 and it came today and I'm like excited to play that. Okay, I have to battle one more time. I'm also trying to interact with my alts buddy because I have the Jirachi, the shiny Jirachi ticket on it. I need 10 best buddies and I have 5, which took forever to do. I guess I'll go here. Try to get a Sudowoodo. I also ordered a Super Monkey Ball and Super Monkey Ball 2 because we had one of the 2 games as kids and I remember loving it. And I keep seeing streams on TikTok of people playing like old GameCube games and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, these games were crazy. And then it'll be like, we don't have it anymore, so I'll like buy it again. And they're all pretty inexpensive. So it's like not a big deal to just buy them again. So I'm waiting for those to arrive. Okay, wait. So I think I need to play with the Groudon and take a snapshot with... Actually, I don't think I needed to take a snapshot. And then I need to battle with it twice. Okay, let me see what Shundos I have. Oh, actually, crazy thing happened last night. So I was just talking about how I'm gonna sound really hypocritical, but I actually just got super crazy lucky. But I've just been talking about how bad Combee's been treated recently in the game, how it's like really unrealistic to get the shiny female one, and it's like right now it's like the task, there's tasks for it, but it's like hatch an egg, so like that takes a while to do. I had 3 hatch an egg tasks and I finally hatched my 7-kilometer egg, and the first task I claimed perfect IV Combee female too, which is so crazy because it isn't like a boosted gender ratio or anything. As far as I'm aware, it's not a boosted gender ratio because the other 2 I claimed were males. But that was kind of insane. And then 4-star and shiny. Okay, I have 9. Okay, I don't know how easy these are going to be to see, but actually, I think if I turn the light off, that'd be easier. Kind of hard to see. So my first one was the Dragonite. I did lucky trades to try to get Shundo Dratini. I got that. Second one, Ampharos. My friend, we just did an old shiny swap with that. I had a higher lucky chance, and it was a Marie, and it was Shundo for me. Then I got a Deoxys from a raid, which was crazy. That's probably like my craziest Shundo I have. Then lucky trade for the Thundurus. That was a community day. My friend found a perfect Zigzagoon, and I went and I clicked it, and it was shiny for me. Then that was a lucky swap for the Unknown. This is also a crazy one. I hatched the Shundo Cleffa. Then this was a random old trade. I was trying to get a 3-star shiny Spearow, and it went Shundo. And then this one was the most recent, the Community Classic for Bagon. Someone found a perfect IV Bagon. And I wasn't like really near it, but I was at that area before, and I was like, oh, I wonder if I like actually caught it already. And I did a 4-star check, and there was a shiny Bagon that showed up. Because I was just like fast catching the Bagons, even if they were shiny. So that was pretty funny. What's my favorite shiny? Like the favorite shiny I have in my Pokemon Go account, or just like my favorite looking shiny? And now these guys run, so then I can just have them go away. Sometimes it's just easier to have him run away. Need to get this guy to run away. They're still spawning, man. They're still spawning. They are not still spawning. Okay, cool. Good to see Alpha Living Dex has made more progression. What 3 did you get off stream? 3 unknowns. I got another Alpha Unknown outbreak. And it gave me 3 out of the 7 I needed, so I only need 4 of them now. Just in general, it's hard to say. In terms of shinies that I own, in Go, definitely like some of those Shundos. And then some of I have the costume, the Luffy hat Pikachu shiny, which is like crazy rare. So like there's some like cool shinies like that in Go that I have. In main series, I have the Partner Cat Pikachu shiny, my first ever shiny that I hunted for, which was my Dragonite from Fire Red. This is gonna be a Heracross. I don't even know if I should like attack this because it ain't even like a rare shiny. My authentic Sinistea with the rare mark. In terms of like just like my favorite looking shinies, I don't want to hit that tree. It's just gonna be another Heracross. Those are Heracross trees. Like I don't need a shiny Heracross to jump out of a tree. In terms of like my favorite looking shinies, I don't have like a #1 favorite, but I do really like shiny Mew, shiny Mega Gardevoir, shiny Trico. Like the whole shiny Trico line's cool. The shiny Kanto Slowbro is a cool one. Shiny Obstagoon's a cool one. Shiny Kanto Weezing's one of my favorites. So like there's a lot of like really cool ones that I like. I have some of them. I have Weezing and Slowbro, and let's see, in terms of full odds, I think it's just the Weezing and Slowbro that I have full odds. But yeah, those are some of my favorites. I also really like I've realized I really like the shiny Bounsweet line. Like that one's one of my favorites. In terms of like, also in terms of favorite shinies that I own in main series, definitely this Darkrai and then the Shaman I have. These ones are kind of cool. I really like these ones. We weren't supposed to pick up the beans. These two are kind of my favorites too. But yeah, I don't have like a #1 like this is the coolest shiny of all time, because a lot of them are just like really cool, but I can't like pick a favorite because there's so many. All right, this one's gonna be probably a Wormadam. So if you catch a Shundo Trico, you can name it Dominator. I mean, you can name any shiny you want Dominator, but sure. Alpha Unknown is always good to get that progression done. You came back to doing Alpha Living Dex challenging at Alpha Bastiodon. First Distortion, that's crazy. It did not take me long to get Shieldon or Bastiodon, but it's taking me a very long time to get Magnemite. I guess I'll check this tree too. Trying to escape all these Pokemon. Shiny Sylveon. Shiny Sylveon's cool. None of the evolutions I would consider my favorite, if I'm being honest. Out of the evolution, most of the shiny evolutions are actually just not that good. Like Flareon sucks. Jolteon's just like okay. My favorite evolutions shiny are Vaporeon, Umbreon, and Sylveon. And then Espeon's alright. But then, like, Leafeon and Glaceon aren't that great. You know, like, most of them kind of not great. Would you stream playing BDSP in the future? If there's a shiny hunt I want to do in BDSP, which it's very likely there will be, there's actually a couple shiny hunts I want to do in BDSP, then yes, I will stream in the future. I do have a whole DTQ on BDSP, though. Like, I have a whole BDSP series, so I would recommend checking that out if you need your fix. Because I have already done a lot in BDSP. This is also Heracross? Come on. Okay, I'm done hitting these trees. I don't need a shiny I don't need a shiny and an alpha Heracross to jump out of these trees. The coolest shiny of all time is Blacephalon. Blacephalon shiny is okay. The color they chose for it is cool, but again, like, I'm not a fan of them changing just one color on shinies. Like, I've never liked that. If they had changed the other colors too, it would be way cooler. And the color they did change is cool, but it's just like, you know. What shinies would I hunt? Well, like, without a doubt, I'm going to be hunting Shaman at some point to get the Skyform Shaman shiny, because you can have both of them boxed in home, so I need another Shaman. And then I also will hunt Arceus at some point, because that's the only way to legitimately shiny hunt Arceus, is in BDSP. And then there might be some other hunts here and there that I do. Like maybe like another fossil. Some stuff in the Grand Underground, maybe. There's a solid chance for my Dratini generational quest I hunt Dratini in BDSP. Because it'd be easier to do that than in Sword and Shield. How dare you, the disrespect? Hey, I'm not saying Dragonite's the best shiny ever. I don't have an issue with people not liking shiny Dragonite. But yeah, it's like, they only changed one color on shiny Blacephalon. It doesn't matter if it's Blacephalon or like any Pokemon. I don't like that in shinies. I think it's a really annoying, lazy trope. They just take one color, change it, and call it a day. It's like, I like the shinies where every part of them change. But it's like, it's a trope they've been doing for the past few generations now. It's so annoying. It's like almost every shiny in Gen 9, like, I kid you not, almost every shiny in Gen 9, it's like one thing on it changes. And that's it. It's so lame. And they had a lot of it in Gen 8, but not, like, it's like every generation starting in Gen 7. Like, Gen 7, they did it with, like, a couple Pokemon. Gen 8, they did it with more Pokemon than Gen 9. It's, like, almost every Pokemon they do it with. It's just been getting worse every generation. Hope they bring back the Overworld shinies in Legends ZA. I hope they don't, but they definitely will. I'm sick of Overworld shinies. We had 2 games in a row with Overworld shinies plus Let's Go. Enough is enough. It makes shinies so much easier and not as exciting to find, and it loses a lot of depth in terms of like what you can do with the methods and stuff. There's just so many more reasons why to have traditional encounters than Overworld shinies. We have this conversation a lot on stream. It's like most people that prefer Overworld shinies just like that shinies are easier. The only other thing that people say as like an argument usually is that it's more realistic, but I think that's a completely invalid argument because it's Pokemon. Like, nothing about it needs to be realistic. It's not a real thing. Oh, I should go here. But yeah, it's like, it makes the shinies way too easy Like, there's no depth in like how they do shiny hunting methods. Just look at shiny hunting methods we had from like Gen 6 and 7, and even like Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield shiny hunting methods weren't great, but they were still unique. Then fast forward to Legends, Arceus, and then Scarlet and Violet, and the shiny hunting methods are not even methods. They're just temporary or permanent shiny buffs with the same exact encounters. There's nothing unique about them. Need random encounters in Legends ZA, like ambush encounters. Yeah, bring back like traditional encounters, like ambush encounters, grass encounters. There'd be so much more you can do with that. But again, it's Legends, so I can't see that happening. I think it's gonna be like how it is in Legends Arceus, which admittedly is still better than than Scarlet and Violet, but it's not really what I want. Dragonair deserves a new evolution. I disagree. I think Dragonite's great. Dragonite's my all-time favorite Pokemon. I'd be down if Dragonite got like another form or something, but you don't want shinies to be easy to get. Well, that's just, you can't balance it when you don't have to encounter them to see if they're shiny. That's just reality. Like, no matter which way you spin it, if a shiny shows up in the overworld and you don't have to encounter it, by default, shinies are so much easier to find. Even if they're full odds. That's just by default. Even in Let's Go, I thought shinies were too easy to find. And Let's Go is like the most balanced. Seeing shinies trapped in walls is so exciting, true. That's just a Scarlet and Violet thing. That doesn't really have to do with the overworld shinies. That's just the way they designed Scarlet and Violet poorly. Like, that's not a thing in Legends Arceus. It sometimes is, but it's not like something that's like an issue. Like, sometimes if you're in like a distortion, sometimes like a Pokemon could spawn in like a rock, but you would still know if it's shiny because it would sparkle, and then like you can still just throw your Pokemon at like the rock and then it'll still encounter the battle. Like, it'll still engage in battle. So it's not like, that's not like an overworld shiny issue, that's a Scarlet and Violet issue, but, you know. Being able to miss shinies really easily is a cool thing, right? Have them just despawn in front of you. It's a pseudo-legend, it won't get a variant or new evolution. Tell that to Hisuian Gudra, and Mega Garchomp, and Mega Tyranitar, and Mega Salamence, and Mega Metagross, and, you know... That argument is completely invalid. But I think it's cool to choose shinies next to the normal versions. Yeah, but you can do that in like a camp or something, you know? Like, it doesn't have to be an overworld shiny. Have them following you when you catch them, sure. Have them show up shiny when they're following you, like, that's great. When they show up shiny in the overworld in the wild, it just makes them too easy no matter which way you put it. I love foggy weather. Foggy weather's great. It's just like, here's this weather where you can't hit any moves. But here's the thing, I'm gonna keep pronouncing your name wrong, Mattis. Mattice. Here's the thing. I think it's fine if they do overworld shinies in like Legends games, but they need to stick with traditional encounters in like the other games. You like overworld shinies, great, but you have 3 games with 2 of them being in a row with overworld shinies. Like, it's totally fine if the next game is traditional encounters, you know? We can't have every single game in the future be overworld shinies. There's gonna be no point of playing the games if they keep going in the Scarlet and Violet direction. Alternate evolution like Snorunt, Frostless, Glalie don't want to get rid of Dragonite. They're not getting rid of Dragonite though. If they give it a new form, that's not getting rid of it. That's just giving it an extra form. I would prefer if Dragonite got another form than get a split evolution to Dragonair. man, we just never get massive mass outbreaks in the ruins. It's crazy. And then when we do, it's always Bronzor. Is it seriously foggy weather here now? That is just so ridiculous. It's so sad how common foggy weather is in this game. With how obnoxious it makes the game. It makes the game so not fun to play when it's foggy weather. I'm not hitting that tree. That is a Heracross tree. We're not hitting Heracross trees. So if I pass a shaking tree, it's because I did it intentionally. Oh, there's actually one here, though. What does foggy weather do? It essentially just makes you miss half of your moves. Even if they're 100% accurate. In like Sword and Shield, it makes it gives you Misty Terrain, which is way better. But it's Misty Terrain's still kind of annoying because then you can't like put wild Pokemon to sleep or paralyze them to make them like easier to catch. But it's so much better than just missing half of your moves no matter what. Like, I don't know if you noticed it when I was attacking those Gravelers. I literally missed like half of the moves I used just trying to attack those Gravelers because it turned to foggy weather. And all of the moves on my Shaman are 100% accurate, so... Oh, dude, Shiny Cherim! What? Shiny Cherim before an alpha? Are you kidding? That's my second Shri Shiny, too. What the heck, man? Wow, I was kind of hoping I'd get one, but that's crazy. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy getting a shiny from a tree in this game. Let's use a Jet Ball on this one. Shiny Cherim's so cool too. I don't know if I have the full recording of that, but oh my gosh. I'm gonna save right now. That is crazy. Second Shri Shiny. I'm not even remotely due for a Shiny Cherim. Oh, I can't view the shiny of that, and I guess until I change the form. That's interesting. 75 scene. Who would have thought we'd be completing the shiny Cherubi line in this? I got a Cherubi from an outbreak. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like Cherubi's the rarest shiny in this game because you can get outbreaks for it. But, it's still very rare. Because Cherubi outbreaks are very uncommon anyway. Like, it's pretty hard to get a Cherubi outbreak. That is crazy. What's up, Forever Legit? Welcome in. I can't believe that just happened. All right, let me see if I can turn it to like sunny weather so I can register the other one, form shiny. This looks good. Nice. Okay, cool. I think I have to put it in battle. Yeah, I think I I have to actually engage in a battle here. Let's see it change. There we go. This shiny sucks. I don't know what happened with this shiny. But now we have both of them registered. That's interesting that it... I mean, I guess it makes sense, but it is weird that it doesn't stay in the sunshine form. Especially that it's like out in the sun. So now we should be able to see this one. Oh my gosh, it looks even worse in the decks, which is funny. It's just like the berries are the most noticeable thing. The skin tone is slightly different. Like the yellow is slightly more orangish looking, I guess. And then the petals are like slightly lighter, but like, or like softer almost. But it's mainly just the berries that are like the noticeable. Same with like the like the clothing it's wearing. It looks a little like softer pink. Interesting. This is definitely the one we're gonna keep on the Pokedex though. That is crazy. I got the full Cherubi line shiny in this game. Second tree shiny. Would have been better if it was a Burmy, don't get me wrong, but it's still like super rare. You got here just in time, yeah. Yeah, the sunshine form Cherrim is very bad. But the overcast form is very cool. The blue. But it's okay, because the sunshine form is not the one you see usually. Fog and Sword and Shield is bugged because you can't normally see the fog background, only the misty terrain. I didn't know it was supposed to have like a foggy background. I thought it was just the misty terrain. Let me see. I don't know if I recorded the thing coming out of the tree. I did not. I missed it. Unfortunate. At least I have the recording on my computer that I can use. I'll have to remember to grab that later and like tweet it or something. That is the second time we've gotten like a really rare shiny before the alpha. First was Magnemite. We got a shiny Magnemite before an alpha one. And the alphas are like 5 times the rate, by the way. Maybe I can afford to start hitting these Heracross trees just in case. Getting that shiny sparkle, like when you're like about to hit the tree, is something else. It definitely is like crazy when that happens. Because it sparkles before you hit the tree. Like it makes the noise. If you change the weather and the weather ends, you can see it. Oh, interesting. Oh, like change it to foggy in battle. Oh, that's interesting. I never thought about that. What is the worst shiny in history of Pokemon? My 2 least favorite shinies, and I'm not sure which one's worse at this point, is Igglybuff and Ceruledge. Igglybuff has always been like my least favorite shiny, but then Ceruledge became a thing, and it's like that one, because like there's bad shinies, but those 2 shinies actually make me angry, which I don't really get with other bad shinies. Other bad shinies, I'm just like, yeah, it's just a bad shiny.
Put a smile on my face.
Professor Realm, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. What's up, Lodi? Let's say Lodi, welcome in. Didn't someone predict the Magnemite too? Yeah, someone in chat was like, we got a distortion. They're like, you're getting a shiny Magnemite from this distortion or something. So they said something along the lines of that, and I'm like, that'd be cool. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna happen, and then it happened. I'm doing pretty good. We just got a shiny Cherrim. which is crazy rare in this game. It's a sign the game wants me to go for all the shinies in this game. I just can't bring myself to do it with the distortion ones. Like, I got Magnemite, which is great, but I'd have to get 2 more of those on top of, like, literally everything else. Like, the Sneasels, the fossils. Yeah, I didn't know these things could just, like, run away from you. Need them to do that. I think that was it. That was it. How are there 322 alphas? It's including gender differences and form changes. So it's including the different unknown letters. It's including, like, the gender differences. It's not including the Alolan Vulpix Ninetales or any of the legendaries, because you cannot get those alpha. So it's everything you can get alpha. All right, after this run, I gotta take a quick break and get more water because I am out of water, and it's gonna become an issue in a few minutes. Igglybuff is your first and only shiny hatch in Pogo. I mean, I've hatched Igglybuff a few times. It was probably one of my first. I think it actually might have been my first shiny. No, I think my first shiny hatch in Pokemon Go was Magby. But it was one of my first because it was one of the earlier babies that were released shiny. Guess I'll go here. But, like, the reason why I hate, like, Igglybuff shiny so much is because, like, I have reasons for it. It's not just, oh, this Pokemon sucks. No, I have reasons for, like, hating specific shinies. Igglybuff shiny used to be the same colors as shiny Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff in the Gen 2 era, which was not bad. Like, not a bad shiny by any means. But then Gen 3 came around, and they decided to change it and make it look pretty much no different. And that's what makes me annoyed. Like it's one thing to have, like, a subtle shiny or a shiny that just isn't noticeable at all. It's another thing to have the shiny be noticeable and then change it to not be noticeable. And that's what makes me annoyed. Ceruledge is another thing that, like, makes me really angry because it's like Ceruledge is such a cool Pokemon. And it would have been that much cooler with a cool shiny. But, like, we live in an era now where we know they, like, design the shinies and whatnot. Okay, I don't think they're spawning anymore, so. And it just blows my mind that they were, like, I hate the tropes where they change one color and call it a day. I'm not the biggest fan of subtle shinies, or, like, when they, like, I just don't like when they change one thing on the Pokemon. And Ceruledge is a Pokemon that should have had a really cool shiny, and they decided to only change the eyes, which doesn't even look as good as the non-shiny. It looks worse, and it just blows my mind that got approved, and that's what we got. Like, someone decided to do that, it got approved, and that's what we're left with. With such a cool Pokemon, they had the most wasted potential for, like, it could have had an incredible shiny so easily too, and they took it and ruined it. Like, it makes me so angry that that's, like, what happened. So yeah, Igglybuff and Ceruledge are my 2 least favorite shinies. They're kind of, like, hand in hand. They're the only 2 shinies that actually make me angry. Because other subtle shinies and other, like, bad shinies, they're just like, yeah, it's bad, whatever. But those ones actually make me angry. Trying to get all the alpha static spawn shiny. Nice. You're on 13. I've never gotten a single alpha static shiny, but I haven't, like, hunted for them. I want to go for the Sneasel someday. I think that's the ruins. I guess we go here then. We deserve blue armors or red Ceruledge. Dude, even if it was not, like, a swap between them, anything they could have done in terms of, like, changing their actual body colors and whatnot would have been so cool. Like, they could have done anything and it would have been so cool with Ceruledge. And they just didn't. They just did the worst possible thing they could have done. Unknown Outbreak. Imagine if we get an actual Alpha Horde. That'd be 2 in a row, though, which is very unlikely. Unless there's a star on it. That'd be crazy if there was a star on it. Dude, it's crazy how far away they spawn and then still, like, run away from you. Like, I can't reach those guys. I can't catch up with them. See, like, he starts so far away, and then it's like, I gotta go all the way over there. Nope, it's gone. Suraj would be cool. I did like a fixing bad Gen 9 shinies, and I did do the like swapping. So my first, I did like a couple changes for Cerulege, how to make it like a better shiny. My first change was making it the color of like Cerulean, which is what the name is off of. So I made it more like a cerulean color. The second change I did was like giving it Armarouge's color, and they both looked incredible. Like they could have done so little to that shiny, and it still would have been way cooler. Fiona shouldn't have been shiny locked in this game. I mean, every legendary and mythical is shiny locked in this game, so like you could argue none of them should have been, and there's not much we could do about that.
This does put a smile on my face.
Lodi, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. All right, I gotta take a quick break really quick. Including Alpha Pokemon, you can technically not keep in Legends Arceus like Alpha Mr. Rhyme, Alpha Alolan Decidueye. I am not doing those ones. I'm doing ones like physically in Legends. The reason for that is because in Pokemon Home, there's like separate like dexes you can fill in the mobile version, and I go for like full living dexes in each game for that, including like gender differences and whatnot. For Legends Arceus, I just want to do that, but as alphas is essentially what I'm doing. So it's not going to be like any of those weird ones. All right, I will be right back. I've returned. Let's get an alpha Cherrim now. Has the Dragonite's family grown? It has. It has grown. We got more. Shiny Alpha Mothim? Nice. Congrats. Favorite Pokemon is Lucario or Zeraora? Mine is Dragonite. $94 resets? 94 resets seems pretty good. The odds are what? Like the max odds are like 1 in 580 something. No way, thank you for the shiny luck. Can't believe we got a shiny Cherrim. Especially with like how few Cherrims we've seen compared to like Burmy. Like Burmy, I could see myself getting another shiny Burmy. Ooh, that's another Ruins. Quickest shelf of this quest was 2 resets. That's crazy. Yeah, I haven't found us any static alpha shinies. I've gotten only random ones and then outbreaks. Like, I think 2 of mine were from alpha outbreaks. 2 of mine were random alphas that happened to be shiny during outbreaks. And then 1 of mine was just a completely random spawn, was an alpha shiny. Ooh, yucky. Ronzo's eyes are always like that, right? The Staravia. I don't even think I have... No, I do have a shiny Staravia in this game. I don't have Staraptor, though. Mr. Dominator, you almost gotta go. We hope you catch a lot of shinies. Good luck. Well, thank you for hanging out. We gotta get an alpha that we need. I feel like it's only a matter of time before an alpha Cherubi or Cherrim shows up. You only need a next alpha in the Icelands and your third map quest is done. Your 3rd map quest is done. So you have all of the alpha static alphas in 2 of the areas already, and you're almost done with the 3rd one. That's crazy. Like even with max odds, I don't know if I could bring myself to just like hunt for static alphas. The only ones I can see myself doing are the Sneasel in the Icelands, because it's right by a camp, and then the Gallade and maybe the Gardevoir, or then like anything else you can like reset for, I guess, with like the mass outbreaks. I would be okay. Like I think you can do like Licky, which would be cool. I think you can do the Goodra too, which would be really cool. So I could like see myself do those ones. I know there's more, but I just can't think of all of them. We're at 738 resets in phase 47 for static Torterra. Dang. You find a static shiny alpha in a region, you go to the next region, and then you find one in all 5 regions. Oh, okay. So not all of them in each area, just one. You just said you were going for all of them, so I assumed that that meant like you had all of them for some of the areas already. If you were going for all of them. Are you gonna do like double alphas? Because I'm pretty like some of them are like multiple. Like I'm pretty sure there's 2 different Mothims and there's 2 different Carnivines. I know there's 2 different Carnivines. And Ursaring, yeah. Is that the only ones with doubles? I thought there were 2 Ursarings, but I wasn't like 100% sure. I was like, I swear there's 2 Alpha Ursarings, but I never like went and like figured it out. Alpha! Yes! I knew that! You can hear the music! Let's go! Alpha Cherubi to complete the line. You can hear the music before you hit the tree. Yes! We actually got it. We just need to evolve one of them. Assuming we don't fail it, because I guess there's a chance that every single Ultra Ball we throw at it breaks out, and then it also double edges itself to death. Alright, no, we got it. Easy. Super easy. I'm gonna finish this run, though, just in case, like, there's another Cherubi or I don't know. I don't need it shiny. I guess in case there's like another Burmy or something. See, we get like Burmy or Wormadam here. Yeah, I knew right away I could hear the alpha music kick on before Darkrai swiped the tree. Evolve that one. I'll probably just evolve whatever one is higher level. Which, it's probably likely it's that one. I guess they're probably similar level. We can finally fill out page 4 in our alpha PC. Yeah, it's actually funny. I don't need to hit Cherubi trees anymore. I have both of them shiny and alpha now. Like, unless I wanted to maybe go for alpha shinies, but that's just not realistic. There's another shaking tree. Your shiny alpha luck worked. True. Just checking these trees because why not? We don't need to come back here anymore. We only need unknowns and distortions now. Coastlands, you have Ambipom, Dusknoir, and Walrein. Nice. Okay, wait. I think I can evolve one of these right away. And it's going to perfectly be in the right slot, too. I'm going to evolve the level 49 one. I guess this one's way higher level. Didn't even know that was a thing for the shaking trees. I thought they were literally random if it would be an alpha or not. It's rolled when you enter the area. I actually tested that not too long ago with I had a string of trees that were all Wormadam. I think one was a Burmy, and I'm like, this would be crazy if I could just like reset and then keep checking these for a shiny. But no, they're all like the same. They didn't change to like Burmy. They were always the same. It was always the same gender Burmies. It was always the same Wormadam, same level, everything. They're rolled when you enter the area, not when like you hit the tree. Finally have this box filled out. This is the only... Okay, outside of distortions, but this is like... We just need these unknowns. Bootless Possum, thank you for the follow. Thank you for putting a smile on Thanos' face. I do appreciate it. Now we gotta make this 310. 4 alpha unknown, and then we're done doing runs for alphas. We just have to do distortions. I don't know why I'm talking to you. Icelands, you have Gardevoir and Piloswine. Yeah, the Gardevoir is one I could consider hunting. I'm not sure, though. I'm more of, like, a full odds hunter. So, like, once I'm done with this challenge, I probably won't, like, go out of my way unless it's, like, full odds. I'm not sure if Gardevoir is one I want to get from Legends. It really just depends on that. But, like, Sneasel, like, Hisui and Sneasel for sure. Alright, now we just gotta do runs for unknown. Yay! Yay! What if, like, that run, we got an alpha unknown B? BDGN, that's what we need. BDGN. I don't even have to have it written down. I know that's what we need. Because I conveniently got the last 3 in order on the last outbreak I got. I got RT and X in that order. On the last outbreak. It was crazy too because the alpha outbreak started with only R being the one I needed. And with alpha outbreaks, you typically only get like, I think it's 6 to 8. So when like the first 4, only one of them were ones I needed, was one I needed. I was like, oh, it looks like this is probably going to be the only one I get. And then it like, the T spawned in like right after, and then the X spawned in like right after. I was like, no way. Have you ever been beaten the Eternal Battle Reverie in this game? I didn't even know that was a thing until like a couple weeks ago, I'm gonna be honest. So no, but I could see myself trying to do it. I wouldn't do it on stream though. I'd probably do it just on my own time. Same with like the Paths of Solitude, which I also did not know were like a thing, because I knew there was the quests for them. I didn't know it was like a thing for every Pokemon though. I've learned a lot about this game since doing this alpha challenge. It's crazy. This game actually has like depth to it. Look at me playing in the mud. I feel like my Outbreak shiny luck has not been great as of late. It's been a minute since I've gotten a shiny from an Outbreak. Now, it's not like I'm going to that many, though, I will say. When I was trying to perfect the dex research for everything, I was going to, like, Outbreak after Outbreak just to, like, KO stuff with certain moves. Hopefully 4 more spawn. Is 12 the max, or is there still a chance more can spawn after this? Wish this game had Breloom for False Swipe plus Spore. Honestly, like, Pokemon aren't that hard to catch in this game if you don't engage in battle, and if you do, if you use just like Ultra Balls and stuff, like, you can catch stuff pretty easily. That's why I use my Darkrai, because like Dark Void puts them to sleep, and then I can just like chuck like a Ultra Ball at them, and usually it catches them. But outside of that, like, it's easy. Pokemon have higher catch rates when you don't engage in battle. So a lot of times it's easier to just chuck like a Sticky Glob on something and then hit it with a Back Strike with a Gigaton Ball, and you're usually good. Hunting for Zurzer. I'm guessing that's Zerkatry. 138 DAs. You hate over odds hunts. Yeah, everyone hates over odds hunts. DAs are terrible, though. I'm not a fan of DAs. Not a fan of Dynamax Adventures. Now the question, can you still do the Snow Point Temple skip? I don't know what that is, so I'm not sure. Are you talking about like being able to get to the top of Snow Point Temple without going through it? Someone told me you can, but it's like hard to do. If that's what you're referring to, I don't know. That's what that is.